Hello. Hello. So, game 2. Hopefully this one's a little bit longer than the last time. Jim's absolutely slaughtered me. So if you haven't seen that one, check it out. I'm probably not going to be doing a chow or anything like that. You can say it if you want, James.
No, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, this game, you may have noticed, or if you haven't, don't worry about it. This one's going to be an ambush game. So it'll be interesting deployment. And obviously, again, it's going to be my orcs, my orc kill team, versus one moment. Jim's is Grey Knights, Dirty Grey Knights versus Cuttas. Anything you want to say, James?
Good luck to you, Nick. That's what I'm saying.
Good luck for you.
Yeah.
So, as before, this is the Dirty Grey Knight team. Not much has changed apart from everyone who can has got the Cybolts. Is that the one?
Yeah, Cybolts.
Which means they are +1 strength and -2 AP. Not much of a big deal for me, because I'm not going to get a save anywhere. And they've all got red dots, so if I remember, I should get some 6+ invulnerables. Cool.
Yeah.
So here's the orc kill team. We've now got 5 shooter youths, 3 chopper boys, 1 buzz chopper dude. We have Roughnut. And we've also got Grognak. And then this guy is sitting out because he is recovering. But he's got hatred for Grey Knight, the gunner, Tommy Gunner, isn't it?
Tommy Gunner, yeah.
So he's going to hit this guy. Cool. So we're going to film for the Prometheum Sprawl roll. So James and I just rolled on the Hunting the Prometheum Sprawl, and we both got 7.
Spooky.
It's quiet. It's spooky, as James just said. So, the orc boys are the defenders. Set up the initial guys here and here. And then James deployed his guys 1 over here. We've got 1 down here. And then we've got another guy with a Demon Hammer just up here. And then we've got the last guy over here. And then I deployed basically a conga line of boys. And these guys rolled the 6. So they are actually nearly within 1 inch, but not quite. And then we rolled, and James is going to go first because he is the attacker. We shall see how the game turns out. So that was Grey Knight's movement. He ran like a chicken. Sorry, I would run as well. Strategic running back. Strategic running away, obviously. All the boys lining up in a conga line. He's running away from them. Rather sensibly. This guy, where the leader, has walked up. Not ran, he's walked up. And he's going to get a better line of sight. Equally, we have got Demon Hammer Dude, so you can try and get a better pot shot at these guys, who are now conveniently left out in the open. And we've also got the Brute. You recruit Brute, and he's going to be aiming at these guys predominantly, I guess, and fighting with his warding stave. And I think that's the end of Grey Knight's movement.
Gonna force that bottle test over.
Yes. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And yeah. So at the end of Grey Knight's turn 1, we've done the shooting. They're not going to the cat fight because they didn't charge. He shot over here and he killed this boy who's out of action. He also the next guy, which is the leader, just here, decided to take a pop at these guys. If it's going to focus, who knows? Well, anyway, so he took a pot at these guys, shooter boy and a chopper boy. He then shot at the chopper boy. He decided to take a pot shot at my slugger chopper boy just here, and he's now pinned. So I've now got 2 downed fighters, 2 pinned fighters and 1 lost, which means I now have to roll a bottle test. It's the start of my turn, so we'll see how this goes.
What's your number you have to get? Yeah,
so we figured it out. It's actually leadership 9, so I'm going to roll it now. Which I'm well in, which is good luck because the other game was really sharp. So we'll see how this one goes. Cool. At the end of the orc boy's turn, Buzz Chopper Dude ran at the gunner. Hopefully take him out, but that's we'll see how that goes. These guys all moved 4 inches towards to get in the shooting range. He also moved 4 inches. Shooter boy, new recruit. And these guys ran 8 inches this direction, so they've got -1 to hit. So we'll go into Orc proper turn, shooting and combat now. At the end of the Orc shooting phase, obviously this guy did nothing. These guys, he shot at the leader, missed. Rocket launcher shot at Brute, and he's now downed. These 2 guys, they wanted to look busy, they did nothing, and they shot at him and didn't touch him. Just pinged off him, didn't even go near him. Cool, so that's the end of the Orc shooting phase. And then we're moving on to the combat phase. At the end of the combat phase, or the hand-to-hand phase as it's technically called, Buzz Chopper guy, he actually killed, with 1 attack, he killed the gunner.
He only had a knife, to be fair, though.
He only had a knife, to be fair to him. He's not well armed like the other guys. That might change later on. And then we stood this guy back up because at the end of the turn, and I also lost 2 out of action results in the recovery phase for the youths, so I'm really not impressed with these guys. I'm going to have a stern talking to him at the end of the game. So, just guard Jim waltzed out from behind cover, bald as brass. He's going to take some boys on, and then the Brute decided to crawl his 2 inches behind cover, rather sensibly, I would do, and he moved along 4 inches, ready to start into shooting phase. Cool. So at the end of that turn, just card Jim used his psychic power, which is Page Soul, and absolutely decimated this poor little shooter boy. And then he decided to shoot at his good friend, the chopper boy, who is now out of action. He got, well, he just got out of action. That was it. And Dwight possibly decided to take shots at this guy. He got 1 sustained fire dice and missed, which is good for me, but not good for James. So we'll go on to Orc 10, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. We'll see. Start of my turn, I do have to take a bottle test because I've still took 25% losses. I'm still double his because he's only got 2 guys about. So I'm going to be on a 9. Well in, 2 2s. Cool, yeah. And the end of the Orc movement phase. Buzz Chopper guy ran up triumphantly, and these guys all moved 4 inches up, and these guys charged into Just Guard Jim, and we'll see what happens in the shooting phase. I forgot to move my youth 2 inches, which he hid rather sensibly. These guys all took shots at him. We've got a miss, 1 sustained fire miss, 3 sustained fire misses, hitting on 6s, and they didn't do a sausage, but that's fine because they're orcs. Cool, moving on to the Orc fighting phase. End of the Orc turn, the combat phase. The boss knob killed the Just Card Jim, and these guys moved 2 inches towards the downed fighter and Dwight. Cool, so that's the end of Orc turn. I can't remember the number of the turns, so you have to tell me in comments. Forgot to film it, but James did his bottle test and got 10. His highest leadership would have been 8 or 9 anyway, and he has lost the game for the first time in like forever. So we'll go on to the recruitment, rearm, and all the rest of it phases. So at this point we are checking to recover injured fighters, and we're rolling for Dwight, which is the Brute even, silly me. So 5, which is we need to go over to the thingy. 5 is he recovers and suffers no ill effects, so he's in the safe pile.
Safe.
Cool, yeah. So he's joining his buddy over there. No ill effects.
Right, next guy, Just Card Jim.
So the leader. You got 3, which is, in fact, once 3 is out of action, must take serious injuries. So, do you want to roll on the serious injuries first, or did you want to roll for the next guy and then go back to Jim?
I'll go back to Jim. Yeah,
go back to Jim. So rolling for Tommy Gunner. You also got a out of action. So we'll roll on the serious injury. So what's going to happen? What's the hizzle? So again, rolling d6. So who are you doing this for now? Are you doing Jim or are you doing Tommy Gunner?
Do Jim first.
Jim. So you got 5, which is full recovery. Good on you, Jim. Life Jim, but not as we know it. So the next guy is Tommy Gunner. You got 6, which is what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So we'll good gosh, I think we'll find out what skill or what thing he gets. No, do you know what? Do it now. Do it now. So you roll 2d6 on the advanced table. Might as well do him now. Out of phase. Okay. So roll 2d6. Oh, you can re-roll that one, James. So we've got a 6. That's a good start, I think. Plus 3, so that's 9. Which, if we consult the table, is another skill. So we'll get back to you at when we go do James's skills. In the recovery, recover injured fighters for the Orc Boy kill team. And so we're going for the first one, which is the Shooter Boy, the new recruit. He got a 2, so he is injured, seriously injured. Not good. Chopper Boy. He got a 6, so he's good. He's good. We're going to go for the next Slugger Chopper Boy. He got a 5, so he's also good. He's in the good pile. Shooter Boys, we've got Tango and Two-Face, so Tango's first. He got a 3, so he's in the injured table, injured team. And then we've got Two-Face. See what happens to Two-Face. He got a 2, so they're all both injured. We've got a lot of injury rolls to make. Cool. So we'll see what happens to Tango. I'll re-roll that. Even though 4 would be good. 6, which means what doesn't kill you, but because he's a new recruit, he'll just gain an additional mission completed mark, so he's not going to gain any skills or anything. What I actually did was I rolled a 3, and I thought it was head wound because I'm a moron, but it's actually painful recovery, which I do believe means I can pick Hatred, who he hates, on James's team, and he's sitting out for another game. He's sitting out for 1 game anyway. Now we have got good old Tango. We'll see what happens to him. He got a 5, which is full recovery, so he's on the good team as well. So we only got really this guy who's sitting out, which is all good in the hood. Now is for Dwight, I believe it is. He is going to roll his advance roll, so we'll see what happens to him. We got a 4 and another dice, James, please. Another dice, so we've got 4 plus 3 is 7, which equals a skill, I believe. So it was a skill.
So skilled, yeah.
Cool. We are rolling on the combat, is it, James? For Dwight, seeing what his skill he's gaining.
So look.
A 4 and a 3.
4 and a 3, so it's either feint or block. So
Feint or block.
And...
So James decided to go with block rather sensibly, which is going to make... he gets to choose 1 dice for make me re-roll them, so it's a lot like parry, but he hasn't got a sword. But he's basically got a parry, a sword, Damon Hammer. Parrying Damon Hammer. He's so skilled. That's what he's like. Now we're going to roll again on combat, hopefully to give him a better chance when he gets charged at on combat. So we'll see James's dice roll.
Here we go. 2 and a 1.
A 2 and a 1. 1 and a 2. So James rolled a 1 and a 2, and he decided to go for the 2. 2? Yeah, which is disarm, which means if he takes an initiative test and passes, so 1 to 4 on a dice, he can make me fight with just a knife. So if he's going against my knob with a power claw, he could completely negate him, which was pretty useful. So cool, thank you. We're going to make the advance roll for, I believe it's Buzzgob. Guy with a buzz chopper and a pretend shooter on his back. I'm going to have to re-roll that dice. So I've got a 3 and a 2. Get back to you in 1 second. So the result was a 5, which means I gained a new skill, and I'm going to pick Ferocity for this guy. So it's a 6 and a 4. So we'll see what those are and get back to you in a second. So I got a 6 and a 4, but a 6 is going to be pretty useless, causing fear against a team that does not fear anything. So I went for the 4, nope, sorry, other way around. We went for the 6, which is True Grit, which means I subtract 1, meaning if I take a 2 on a damage roll, I can make that to a 1, or if I get a 6, I can go to a 5 instead, which is actually quite useful. Because it was an Orc Boy team win, we're rolling D3 for the Prometheum cash. 2! So we got 1. Awesome, so 1 all round. Now we're going to roll to see what the mission is next time. Say we, it's all me. That was a 2. What's a 2, James? So, number 2 is Scavengers, so we'll see how that is. That'll be a bit of a variation from the current game, which is pretty good. And we'll go to the post-game. Cool. Hello. So, this is the post-game. Had to be done a little bit later. Won't go into details, but long story short, we literally didn't have the time. So, how did it go? So, obviously, Orcs won this game. Happy times for me, sad times for James, but James is still winning. He didn't have any serious deaths, so literally the guys came back and one of them gained a new skill, so no drama. He's currently got a 3-point lead. He's got 4 Prometheum to my 1, so, you know, he's doing well. And he's in the lead, 4 strong guys versus, which is going to be currently 12 guys, because I'm going to be recruiting, if I haven't already told you, I'm recruiting an Orc Boy with Slugger Chopper. And Slugger's got a red dot, just for the fun of it. I had the points, I probably should have gone with a clip harness, possibly, but it's too much like common sense. So, I won't ramble and go on and on and on and on and on and on. Ooh, I did want to point out, so at one point, I think what had happened is the microphone had slipped down, so right at the end of the game, the audio went wrong, so I am sorry about that, and I will try to keep it together in the next game. So, hope to see you there, that'd be cool. If you liked it, pop 2 of these on. If you didn't, put something on it, and, you know, comment, whether it's a case of saying, you know, who you're rooting for, who's your favourite model, favourite character, possibly, you know, die orcs or whatever, you know, it's all welcome. So yeah, cool, thank you very much.